Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in a small village called Vezo in South Africa. His birth name was Rolihlahla Mandela, meaning troublemaker. He grew up in a traditional African household, learning the values of his culture. After his father passed away, young Mandela was sent to live with a tribal chief, where he observed leadership and responsibility closely. Mandela began his education at a local school and later attended the University of Fort Hare, the only institution for black South Africans at the time. During his university years, he developed an interest in politics and justice, eventually pursuing the law degree. After moving to Johannesburg, Mandela worked as a lawyer, defending black South Africans who suffered under apartheid, a system of racial segregation that denied basic rights to non-white citizens. Realizing that peaceful protests alone were insufficient to fight apartheid, Mandela joined the African National Congress (ANC). He became a leader in the fight for racial equality, organizing marches, strikes, and demonstrations. The Sharpeville massacre in 1960, where police killed unarmed protesters, marked a turning point in Mandela's journey. It became clear that peaceful resistance was no longer enough. In 1961, Mandela co-founded the ANC's armed wing, Umkhonto we Sizwe of the nation, to combat apartheid through sabotage against government infrastructure. This decision led to his arrest in 1962. 2 years later, Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment at the infamous Rivonia trial for planning to overthrow the government. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, 18 of them on Robben Island, confined to a small cell with minimal facilities. Despite harsh conditions, Mandela's resolve never wavered. He became a global symbol of the fight for freedom and equality. The international community rallied behind him, pressuring the South African government to end apartheid and release him. On February 11, 1990, Nelson Mandela walked free from prison, a historic moment watched by millions worldwide. Instead of seeking revenge, Mandela chose the path of forgiveness and reconciliation, urging South Africans to build a nation united in equality. His message resonated across racial and cultural divides. In 1994, South Africa held its first democratic elections, and Mandela was elected as the country's first black president. As president, he worked to heal a nation torn apart by decades of hatred and discrimination. His leadership inspired peace, development, and unity. Nelson Mandela's legacy teaches us the power of courage, forgiveness, and perseverance. His sacrifices and vision transformed South Africa and inspired the world. He remains a beacon of hope for humanity, showing that love and justice can prevail even in the face of great adversity. Nelson Mandela's story reminds us that change starts with courage and determination. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more inspiring star stories.